Okay, we are about to kick it off. Good evening, everyone. Right, don't be most people. Now, most people say they want success, but their habits tell a different story. Most people dream big, but they act small. You see, they crave financial freedom. However, they avoid the discomfort of growth. Most people talk about wanting more, but when opportunity knocks, they hesitate. They hesitate. The truth is, most people are stuck, and they're stuck not because they lack talent, not because they lack intelligence, not because there's no potential in what they want to do, but because they keep following the same patterns that keep them in the same place. So the thing is, what I want you guys to know is if you choose to be different, if you choose to not be mediocre, if you refuse to settle, you can step into that small percentage of people who don't just dream of success, the small percentage of people that actually make that success happen. So, for those of you that is your first time on the call, I'm going to say this. I love lots of interaction. I'm pulling my fan closer. I love lots of interaction. I'm going to be calling numbers and asking for interaction in the chat. And the more interaction you give me, the more excited I get, the better you get from me. Okay. So here we go. Drop a one in the chat if you want to know why most people do not succeed in business. Angela was in first. Shane, Melanie, Jasmine, Nihama, Chloe, amazing, amazing, amazing. Come on, there's more of you on the call. Mike, Terry, Shay Class, Jax, amazing. And drop a two in the chat if you're ready to find out how you can break free from habits that hold you back. And those twos came in there fast. Louisa, Mike, Nahama, Jax again. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, you guys are awake. Shay Claus, I see you too. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's kick it off. Now, before we kick it off, let me just introduce myself properly. My name is Michelle Jenny, and I am here to motivate you this Sunday evening. Okay. I am a business coach. I am an identity mentor. I am an elite sales specialist. I am an award winning international speaker, and I am your remote sales and marketing mentor here at the Master of Influence. Now, I help you to discover your true self. I help you to shift your mindset and build your self esteem and your confidence so you can go on to achieve your goals and build those thriving businesses or those thriving careers that you want to build. Now, you could choose to pay attention for the next 30 minutes or so. It's going to be about 30 minutes. That is, of course, your choice. I recommend that you do pay attention. And if you can, minimize your distractions and listen with an open mind. Okay. And if you are anything like me, you are going to want to grab a pen and some paper because you are going to want to take notes. Someone is writing on the screen. I'm just going to stop sharing and reshare in just a second so that I can get those ticks to disappear. Just bear with me while I stop sharing and then reshare the screen so that I can get rid of those ticks off the screen. Right, have they disappeared? Amazing. Right, right, right. Okay, let's go again. Right, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is most people avoid discomfort. Now, success requires stepping outside of your comfort zone. The thing is, most people stick to what is familiar, they stick to what is comfortable, right? And they're avoiding challenges and they avoid hard decisions. And they do that because they fear rejection, they fear failure, and they fear criticism. So they don't make bold actions. They don't take bold actions, these actions that could possibly push their businesses forward. So a lot of us here on this call are entrepreneurs and we are into sales, right? I myself, I do lots of different things. And one of the things that I do, I'm a network marketer. And in network marketing, you have to be able to make calls. A lot of people that do not succeed in network marketing, they are afraid to make calls because they fear rejection. Therefore, their network marketing business never grows. However, for those of us in network marketing that are not afraid to make calls because we don't fear rejection, Okay, we are the people that their businesses will grow over time. So what I'm going to say to you is whatever it is that you are afraid of, right? Let's start to embrace a different mindset. So I want you to start to embrace the mindset that discomfort, those things that make you uncomfortable, equals progress. So you might want to write that down. Discomfort equals progress. So instead of running from fear, run towards it, embrace it, right? Because each challenge you face will make you stronger. It will make you more skilled and it will make you more resilient. Now, I'm going to be dropping some action points at the end of each one. So your first action point for this one is I want you guys, I write this one down. I want you guys to start doing at least one uncomfortable business task daily. So if you don't like speaking to strangers, speak to a stranger daily. If you don't like making calls, make some calls. If you don't like going live on social media, go live on social media. Whatever it is that makes you uncomfortable, I want you guys to start doing at least one uncomfortable thing every day in your businesses. Okay. Drop a one in the chat if you know you need to come out your comfort zone a little bit more. I need to see those ones coming through. Who needs to come out of their comfort zone a little bit more? And I can see those ones coming in. Absolutely amazing. These are action takers because you recognize that there's a problem and you're going to take action. And I love it, love it, love it. The next thing we're going to say is most people chase instant gratification. Okay. Most people chase instant gratification. So successful entrepreneurs and successful people understand that results take time. Most people give up too soon because they want quick returns. They jump from one strategy to another without fully committing to long-term growth. And this is very common when it comes to social media. We go onto social media and we see other people going viral, right? We post 3 days running and we don't go viral, so we stop. We don't put in the time to keep going, right? To keep building. Because what we don't realize is the people that are going viral, they have had the time to build consistency. You know, they've had time to build trust with their followers and they've had time to build trust and gain loyalty from their customers, which is why they might be going viral, right? And I'm also guilty of doing this as well, Jack. Sometimes, you know, there was a time in my life when I was on my social media every single day posting, sometimes twice a day going live. And then I stopped. And now the restart, and this is me being accountable to you guys, right? The restart now is challenging because I'm not getting the results that I used to get when I was posting like that 18 months ago. So even for this, I need to keep thinking that I need the consistency to come back that used to be. So your solution for this one, instead of instant gratification, is I want you guys now to adopt the compound effect mindset. And what that means is we need to do small, consistent actions over time, which will eventually lead to massive success, right? So stick to a strategy long enough to see results before we decide to switch it. Okay. So your action point here is delay gratification. Understand that you need to delay your gratification a little bit. And you can do that by maybe rewarding yourself after you've done something for a certain amount of time. So when you have a key milestone, when you've hit a key milestone, so for example, if you're building your school groups, a lot of us are building our school groups. And I know it's hard, but how about we keep doing it and when we hit, say, 100, then we celebrate. We delay that gratification a little bit and celebrate, or we delay the gratification. And then when we hit the 100, we then switch up and try another strategy and see if we can get even more. Drop a two in the chat if you know you need to delay your gratification a little bit and maybe even be consistent with something and stop giving up. And I've only seen two people. Okay, there they go. You guys are a bit, it's a Sunday evening, so I'm assuming you're a bit tired this evening, so you're not hitting the keys fast enough. Is that what it is? Okay. I'm seeing them come through a little bit fast now. You're doing better. Well done. The next thing I want to talk about, most most people wait for the perfect time. Now, let me tell you this, right? There is no perfect time to start. We know that. We know it in theory, but yet still, we still wait. Most people out there are waiting until they have more money. They're waiting until they have more knowledge. They're waiting until they have more confidence. But waiting only leads to delay. And the thing is, waiting, that's just procrastination. And procrastination comes from fear. And it's just a whole snowball thing, right? So successful people take action despite uncertainty. Now, a lot of us here are coaches or mentors. We want to start coaching businesses or mentorships, right? But we keep postponing it because we think we need to have another qualification. We think we need to have another certification. We think we need to know a little bit more before we start mentoring or coaching people. Meanwhile, there are people out there that have half the knowledge that we have. There are people out there that have less than half the skills that we have. And they're already mentoring and coaching people and being successful. And do you know what they're doing? They are learning as they go along and they're gaining experience by working with their clients. So this is the solution to all of us, right? Shift your mindset from waiting and delaying to doing. Shift your mindset to one that takes action immediately because the perfect time is now. And every successful person out there started before they were ready. So your action plan for this, because we don't want to be most people, we don't want to be waiting. Your action plan for this point is take messy action. Start with what you have and adjust as you go along. Okay, so drop a 3 in the chat if you know you need to stop procrastinating. You need to stop procrastinating and waiting for that perfect time to start. You need to start today. You need to start now. And I'm getting passionate now because I can hear the island accent twang coming out. So there you go. So I can see all those threes coming through. Carly, Joanne, Claudia, Nahama, Musa, Chloe, going right the way up, and they're still coming. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. The perfect time is right now. Amalfi, good afternoon. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, my lovely? The next thing I want to talk about is most people live in the now and they neglect and they neglect the future, right? So most people will focus on the short-term pleasures instead of long-term success. Most people will spend money impulsively and they will avoid planning and they don't set future goals. But we on this call, we know all about the importance of setting future goals. So for example, someone might spend all of their earnings on luxury items without saving, without reinvesting in their business. Meanwhile, the other people that are saving and reinvesting, those are the people that are building wealth over time. So they're spending their time with activities that will make money for them, as opposed to just spending it frivolously on nonsense that they don't really need. So the solution to this one is think like a wealth builder, not just a spender. Because every decision you make today should be a step toward your future success. Now, I know you guys on here have goals because we've been talking for a long time and we've been discussing this for a long time, but I want you to plan out your next 5 to 10 years. I'm not saying that it's going to happen right now, but I'm saying plan out your future. Where are you going to be in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time? And then break those goals down into smaller little steps so that you know what you need to do now to get to those goals and you're focusing on those goals. Right. So drop a what number are we on? I have no idea, but drop a 4 in the chat. Thank you, Shay. Drop a 4 in the chat. If you know that you need to maybe not neglect the future as much. Maybe you need to do a little bit more planning. And I see those 4s coming in. Mike, Jax, Darnice, Claudia, Amalfi. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I see those 4s coming in. Next thing we're going to talk about is mentorship. Most people, most people lack mentorship, right? Now listen, all of us, most of us on here, I would say probably 98% of us on here have mentors, right? Or have a mentor at least. Trying to succeed without guidance is like walking through a maze blindfolded. Most people try to figure everything out on their own instead of learning from those who have already succeeded. Now, I call myself a lazy entrepreneur. Now, let me explain that. I would rather take the blueprint from somebody who has done it before me and walk in their footsteps than figure it out for myself. Now, I've forgotten the number. Is it 10,000 hours to become an expert? If you're working by yourself, it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. But if you have a mentor, it cuts it down significantly. I think it's 10,000 hours. Correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, if you've heard that number before. But yes, Chris says, thank you, Chris. We need to have guidance, okay? Think about it this way. You got two entrepreneurs, right? Two entrepreneurs. One, they're both struggling with sales. And I say sales because a lot of us are on here because of sales, right? A lot of us joined our community because of sales. Now, the first person is struggling with sales. They don't know what to do, but they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and hoping to get a different result, which is, as we know, insanity. However, the second person thinks, my sales aren't getting any better. I can't do any better. And they go out and they get a mentor. The mentor teaches them proven techniques. What techniques have we learned? We have learned Lara. We have learned the grow method. We've learned so many different methods within this community on how to improve our sales. And it makes our revenue increase. Okay, and it's made our revenue increase because of it, because we sought out mentors. So anyone on here that's struggling in any aspect of their life, find a mentor who has done it before you and work alongside that mentor. Okay. Now the solution here is, and I just told you really, get a mentor, but success leaves clues. Find a mentor who has walked the path before you. It will shorten your learning curve and it will save you from making costly mistakes. Okay. So your action point here is be willing to invest time, be willing to invest money, and have the take the effort to learn from experienced individuals. Now, as I said, most of us on here have mentors, but are you actually investing the time? So drop a 5 in the chat if you know you either need to get a mentor or you have a mentor, but you need to invest the time, because a lot of us are not investing the time that we should be in our mentors. So I'm seeing those 5s coming in, because the first step is to get a mentor, right? But getting a mentor, but then not giving that mentor the time, you're still failing. So don't only get the mentor, invest in the time to work with the mentor and to use the facilities that are available to you. Okay? And I see those 5s coming in. I see the 5s coming in. David, Amalfi, Nahama, Melanie, Terry, Darnese, Shane, amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm loving the interaction today. Most people, and we know that, listen, 97%, 99% of the people out there in the world have a lack mindset. Now, Jacqueline, even if you are not in business, you can still have mentorship. You can have a mentor for your career. You can have a mentor for your personal life. You can have a life coach. There's so many different types of mentorship that you can invest in. It doesn't necessarily have to be business. Okay? So I hope that helps. Right. So most people have a lack mindset, right? A scarcity mindset keeps people from succeeding because they focus on what they don't have instead of creating opportunities, right? They believe that things like resources, money, success, they believe that these things are limited, and it makes them fearful and hesitant to take risks. But we all know what fear stands for: false evidence appearing real. Like they have no that it's going to be unsuccessful, but they're fearful because they think that there's a lack of money. They think there's a lack of success out there. So somebody who constantly says things like, I can't afford it, instead of asking, how can I afford it, will never actually grow. Meanwhile, there are people out there that all they see is opportunity everywhere, and they will find creative ways in order to generate the income they need to do what they have to do. Okay, so the solution for this, if you have a scarcity mindset, or if you are around people that have scarcity mindsets and you want to help them, you need to adopt an abundance mindset. You need to believe that there are unlimited opportunities. Listen, unlimited opportunities. There are people out there, 21 years old, that are making 40,000 pounds a month selling feet pics. Are you trying to tell me that there's no opportunity out there if you're creative enough? These people are taking pictures of their feet and selling them. Okay. There are people that are selling used socks to people that want to smell them and selling them and making money. Are you trying to say to me that there's no opportunity out there to make money if you're not creative? Come on now. Don't get me started. Listen, there are unlimited opportunities, there are unlimited resources, and there's so many ways to create wealth. You just have to think outside the box. So shift your focus from focusing on the limits and focus on possibilities. Okay, so stop focusing on your limits and focus on possibilities. And you know what? I honestly think the best way to do that is to focus on what you already have as opposed to what you don't have. So your action point here is to practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. So what I want you to do, right? Every evening, write three things that you already have that bring value to your life. And the more you focus on what you have, the more you will get. And Shane, you're right. There are some people out there that are so sick. I agree with you. But hey, you can make money off of them. They are sick. I agree with you there. But if they're willing to pay you £500 for your smelly old socks and you just went running in, hey ho, each to their own. That's what they want to do. Just saying. I'm not doing it, just in case you're wondering. I'm not selling my sweaty socks. But I have a folder on my phone that is called Weird Ways to Make Money. And I keep seeing weird ways to make money on the internet. Just saying. Right. So drop a six in the chat if you know. Is it six? Six in the chat. If you know you need to maybe be a little bit more creative, maybe think outside the box a bit. And I'm not telling you to go sell your socks, okay? Do not tell nobody that Michelle said to sell their sweaty socks. I'm saying think outside the box to generate income, okay? And I saw those sixes coming in. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Most people surround themselves with the wrong type of people. Most people surround themselves with the wrong people. So your network is your net worth. Okay. You are the average of the five people that you spend the most time with. Most people stay in circles that encourage mediocrity. They listen to friends and family who have never built a business, who have never been out of debt, who sit all day at the chicken shop gossiping. These are the people that most people listen to rather than seeking out mentors and people with the same mindset in order to build from. Right. So if you're looking at another example, you're looking to start an online store, for example, and you share your idea with your negative friends. What do you think your negative friends are going to tell you? Don't do it. It's too risky. You might lose your money. Suppose nobody buys your stuff. You know what I mean? And you listen to those people, and because you listen to those people, they put the fear in you, you never, ever, ever start. Meanwhile, now the other person goes out there and talking to a mastermind group of entrepreneurs, and they're like, "Yes, I can see how you can do that. I can see how you can sell your dirty socks." Okay, I'm fixated on these socks. That was a surprise to me. I can see how you could do this. Okay. And then the entrepreneurs that she's hanging out with and that she's speaking to will support and guide her, right? Helping her to build a thriving business, all because she put herself into the right circle. So the solution for this one, and most of us here are egos, so we have the right people, the right environment all around us. But if you're not an eagle, or if you don't belong to a supportive group, you need to surround yourself with people who are where you want to be. Okay? Find mentors, attend business events, immerse yourself in environments that will push you forward, that do not allow you to remain stuck. So my solution for this one here is, if you're finding yourself in the wrong environment, join communities of like-minded entrepreneurs. Join communities of like-minded, positive people and grow from there. And if anyone on this call is not a part of a community that encourages you, that pushes you, that teaches you new things every day, reach out to me and I will tell you about some of the amazing communities that I am a part of. I'm a master of influence. I have my own wealth community. I'm a community of so many different, I'm a member, sorry, of so many different communities. If you're lacking for community, that's one thing I could definitely, definitely help you out with there. Okay. So surround yourself with the right people. Drop a seven in the chat. Drop a seven in the chat if you know you need to start finding some new friends. Maybe you need to do a little audit of your circle and start putting some people on the outskirts of your circle instead of having them in your close circle. Yeah. And I see those sevens coming through. I see those sevens coming in. Now, I always end every single session with a quote. And today's quote is successful people do sorry, let me start that again. Successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do. Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. And that is a quote by Jim Rohn. So success is not about luck, okay? It is about choices and discipline. Most people avoid the hard work. Most people avoid the discomfort and the sacrifices that are required to achieve greatness. They look for shortcuts, they look for excuses, okay? And they look for reasons why they cannot succeed. But those who are truly willing and those that truly make it, those are the ones that are willing to do what others are not willing to do. So whether that means waking up earlier, maybe you need to be a part of the 5 a.m. club so you can fit everything in. Whether it means learning new skills. Okay. Maybe it's taking calculated risks, or maybe it's just staying committed. But whatever it is that you need to do, just do it. So instead of wishing for success to come easily, focus on becoming the person who can handle the success, because the better you get, the bigger your results are going to be. Your level of success, and this is important, write this one down. Your level of success will never exceed your level of personal growth. Your level of success will never exceed your level of personal growth. So you need to keep growing. The key to success is breaking out of the most people mindset and adopting new habits that can really set you apart from the 97%, from the 99%. Okay. If you can embrace discomfort, if you can develop an abundance mindset, if you seek out mentorship, you invest in the time with your mentor, you stay persistent, you will find yourself, no doubt, you will find yourself in the top 1% who achieve real success. Okay, there's no question about it. If you put in the work, you will get the results. You will achieve the success that you want. So I'm going to leave you with this. I need you to ask yourself this tonight. Are you going to be like most people, or are you willing to be different? Are you going to be like most people, or are you willing to be different? You need to be different in order to excel. That is what I'm going to leave you with tonight. Okay. Oh my goodness. Where is my water bottle? Different and unique. I love that, J Club. Different and unique. Absolutely love that. Mm, be different. Well needed realignment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right. So before we sign off, I want to invite you to join my exclusive invitation only school group. It's called Wealth Pioneers, and it is absolutely free. Um, And this is where I have all the repeats of all the sessions, even those from last year that I used to hold on a Friday, they're all in there as well. And this group is really designed for you if you're ready to take control of your confidence, if you're ready to build or reclaim your identity. Oh, thank you, Dee. Um, or if you're ready to unlock new income streams. So inside you'll find mindset strategies, you'll find income ideas, you'll find a supportive community of like-minded individuals who are cheering you on every step of the way. Now, one of the things that I say to people when you enter the school group, introduce yourself, head on over to the classroom. And you know what? If you are celebrating something, put it in the group so we can all celebrate that together. What's the school group called? The link is right there above you, my lovely. My team was just a little bit slow in dropping it in the chat. It must have been watching football or something. But the link is there. The link is there. Okay, so you can join the school group. Cool, cool, cool. So join that school group. And all that's left for me to say now is thank you. I really enjoyed talking to you guys today. I always get all hot and bothered when I'm talking to you because I get really excited. I love the interaction. Make sure you are following me on Instagram, For one, it is going to make me start reposting consistently again. So make sure you are following me on Instagram. And of course, Skool, Mr. Skool Group is there as well. If you are on the recording on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. The Skool link is down below if you are on YouTube. And make sure to join in next week, 7 p.m. UK time, same link, and invite anyone on this call who needs to start the week off right. Everyone is welcome, whether you're in the academy or not in the academy. Everyone is welcome onto these calls. So make sure you are inviting your people on. And with that being said, thank you very much. Thank you guys for being on. Chris, are you still on here? Chris, last week you asked me about the why. Are you in my school group, Chris? I put a lovely post in there about finding out what your why is. So if you're not in the school group, click the link, join the school group, and you'll see the post and how you can determine what your why is. I've put it in the school group for you. Amazing, amazing. And thank you guys so much for being on. I will see you next week, same time, same link. You can find the link in my school group. You can also find the link in Nick's school group in the Masters of Influence. I'm getting hot now. And if you're also an Eagle, you will get an email with the link every single week. So thank you so much. Thanks so much for being on. Thank you guys so much. Love you guys so much. Thanks for the support. Love you, love you, love you. And I shall see you in the chats. And I will see you on the call next week. Amazing. Have an amazing evening.